Hi everyone, this is my Z-95 Headhunter MOC. Many or most of you might know this ship from the Clone Wars, but this here is closer to the Extended Universe or Legends version. You know, the one that looks closer to the X-Wing. And yeah, this is how it turned out. Again, a more cobbled together or scavenged looking fighter, because I feel like it's just a more interesting look, or at least more interesting to look at than the clean factory white builds. But that's just personal preference. Anyway, let's take a closer look. You might notice that the front is heavily inspired by the 2021 LEGO X-Wing. And by inspired, I mean that I basically just copied it and made it like 2 studs shorter. Even if it might be a bit lazy to just copy it, it still works pretty well and makes it more in line with the most recent X-Wing that LEGO released. Unfortunately, with this cockpit canopy piece, there isn't any more space left for a control panel, so the poor pilot has no means of actually steering or anything. But well, I guess it's alright. Maybe you can find out a way to work a control panel in there. I don't know. Around the sides, it's a bit more bulky than the X-Wing, but that is accurate to the in-universe spaceship, I think. So yeah, let's take a look at the engines. I settled for a version with 2 big engines, which was a decision I mostly made because I had the pieces for it, and I didn't want to order any new parts just for this build. But yeah, there is also the version that looks more like the X-Wing in terms of engines, you know, with 4 intakes and 4 exhausts, but there are also versions around with 2 intakes and 4 exhausts. Yeah, like mine with, as you can see, the 2 intakes and 2 exhausts. And by the way, there is just a Technic axle that runs through there and keeps the whole thing together, so nothing special going on here. You get a bit of greebling on top, which I wanted to include, but you could of course just cover up the engines with tiles or plates, or do different styles of greebling. Really, it's up to you and your choice, your design choice. As for the wings, you could go with completely rectangular straight wings, but I added some wedge plates at the back of the wings to give it a bit of curvature and make them a bit more interesting to look at. All the colored bits are superficial, I guess, so you can easily exchange them for different color schemes if you like. Although they add a bit of structural support to the wing, so yeah, just keep that in mind. And now the tricky part, or the most tricky part, it's the reactor section in the rear of the ship. It's some weird cone shape that is hard to replicate in LEGO form. There are different approaches in how you could do that, but for the scale and size I chose, I went with a simple stacked brick build construction to kind of hint towards the actual shape it should have. But that means that you can change it up very easily because you can just remove the parts. And yeah, speaking of removing parts, let's check out the only play feature that is included in the build. Or I guess you could call it a play feature. It's not really much, but yeah, you can access the reactor section down here. You just open up the hatch, which is this gray flak piece, and you can see this gauge in printed tile. And there's also the black grill piece and 2 gunmetal gray round 1x1 plates in there. And yeah, you can actually remove this thing, maybe for doing maintenance or something. Or let's say you just want to modify the craft, so you could imagine this to be an energy module or something, and this here could be a cooling module. You can just, you could just build something yourself and just slide it in there and take it out. It's just attached with this clip piece. And if you want to modify the reactor section as a whole, you can easily do that too. As I mentioned earlier, it's just all easily removable. So yeah, let me just show you and deconstruct the reactor. And there you have it. That's basically the reactor, I suppose. So let me just close that up real quick and lastly show you the underside. By the way, you could just leave the hatch off if you want that more greebly look. It works fine. It's not going to fall out because, yeah, you know, it's attached with the clip. All right, the underside isn't really special at all. Just bricks and modified bricks, which I used to make that studs on the side construction. And here you can see again how that looks like the 2021 X-Wing. Basically, yeah, it's the same. No landing gear, unfortunately, but it rests comfortably on its belly. The underside of the wings is pretty basic, and you can always add more weaponry like rocket launchers and stuff underneath the wings. Like there are versions in universe that have that, so Yeah, and of course landing gear if you really want that. But yeah, I guess that has been my Z-95. I hope you liked the build and enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or anything you want to say, head to the comment section. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. So thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my other videos. Bye bye, and hopefully until next time. Just a few infos not related to the content of the video. I do have an Instagram page, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do that. It's nothing special at all. It's just I mostly post stuff that I make videos on, but sometimes there are little builds that don't make it into videos, so if you're interested in that, you can just head over there and check it out. And also, if there's anything I need people to know or stuff, I don't have enough subscribers to make community posts on YouTube, so stuff like that might end up on Instagram. But yeah, I haven't been too active there so far. I haven't posted in quite some time. Yeah, if you don't want to miss anything or so, I don't know, just head to Instagram and give me a follow, and you're going to be up to date. And if you feel that I might be sounding a bit different or wonky or funny or stuff, I'm trying out some different audio settings, so yeah, that might change in the future. Anyway, bye bye.